Leaders, I was thinking a lot about you. And I was noticing how hikers and bikers, they don't just bike or hike straight up the mountain. They have things in their terrain. They're called switchbacks. And the terrain gets harder and harder and harder. And so the reason I'm telling you that is because we are at the end of our first bend. And we're not just going to plow through that whole unit, right? We are now going to have our own version of a switchback where we're going to have some terrain that becomes increasingly more complex. Our next bend will. So in order to make sure that we have the right materials, just like hikers and bikers, like they will take some time, get some water, rest and relax before moving on to increasingly more complex terrain, we need to do that too. We need to make sure that we have the right supplies and strategies as readers. So today, will you join me in evaluating our systems to see which ones have made our reading the very best that it can, maybe which systems we feel like we need to work on a little bit more. So readers, this is our Bend 1 anchor chart. You can kind of look at this as a backpack of strategies, like those hikers and bikers, right? They take out their supplies. These are our supplies. This is what's in our backpack. Let's figure out which of these strategies is working for us to help us to navigate the terrain we just navigated and also some more complex terrain that's ahead of us. Join me in looking at this chart. Did you find books that were just right for you, that you really wanted to read? Did you figure out some systems to get books in your hand, whether recommendations, thinking about the organization of how our books are housed in our library or a digital library? Are you reading differently because you have a partner at home or in school? Did you notice when your reading stopped making sense and go back and try to fix it up? Did you pause to summarize the big steps along the way? Were you getting to know those characters in your books like they were your friends? So today I'm thinking, I definitely feel like I have just right books, that I've been reading lots of series books and books by authors, so that feels really good for me. I'm gonna keep that in my backpack as I move to the next bend. I don't think I really pause to summarize often, and I think that really does help me to make sure that I'm getting the story and the big parts. That's something I can definitely put at the top of my backpack because I know that I need that as a strategy as I move forward. That's going to be really helpful. So today, will you take a look at this chart and figure out what's the work you're doing really well for yourself that you want to keep in your backpack? Maybe what's some of the strategies here that you feel like you haven't used as much that you want to keep close to you so that you can practice today? You might want to pause the video here. What did you do well? What's a strategy you want to work on? Got it? So either write that strategy down in your notebook or wherever you're taking notes, or tell those strategies to somebody at home. Okay? When you've done that, pause and unpause the video. So readers, today when you go off, you have some strategies that you can continue to use because we know that there are certain things that we want to go back to time and time again. But there's also some strategies that maybe we haven't used as much that we want to take on because we know that those strategies are going to help us to navigate an even harder terrain that lies in front of us. Happy reading today. And I think the terrain is going to be really great for you because you have the right tools in your hands, readers. See you soon.